Welcome to another episode of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, and I'm here to bring you all the latest news in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. It's Tuesday, February 18th, 2015, and let's get to it. Jose Raymond has officially sent a warning shot to the 212 lineup at the Arnold Classic. Earlier in the week, Muscle in the Morning was able to obtain an exclusive first look at Raymond's last progress photo before he shuts things down heading into the contest. Judging by the look of things, Raymond appears to already be sporting his best look ever. And with another 2.5 weeks to go until the show, I think it's safe to say that the Boston Mass is officially considered the most dangerous frontrunner heading into Columbus. Jose Raymond isn't the only 212 superstar heading into the Arnold 212 with winning on his mind. Fellow 212 powerhouse Duardo Correa also looks to be getting sliced and diced as he prepares to kick off his 2015 contest season with a bang. After battling through injuries in 2012 and 13, Correa finally shook off the injury bug and regained his form at last year's Olympia, where he took a close second behind Flex Lewis. And with another solid offseason of injury-free training under his belt, don't be surprised to see Correa show up and look to play the spoiler role for Jose's big party. The men's physique division at the Arnold Classic looks to be getting very interesting. New photos have surfaced of a super shredded Xavius Giden 2.5 weeks out from one of the biggest events in the young history of men's physique. In the posted photos, we see Giden showing off an impossibly small waist, combined with noticeable improvements to his delts and added chest thickness from what we saw a year ago. Giden certainly has the shape to hold his own in any lineup, but it'll be interesting to see if he has enough muscle to stand with some of the bigger competitors in the lineup. Anton Antipov released some new footage from his most recent training session as he prepares to cast his line into the incredibly murky waters at the top of the men's physique division. Antipov closed out last year with a bang by winning top honors at the IFBB Dana Cadeau Classic, and it looks like he's carried that winning mojo with him all the way into the new season. Over the last 2 years, we've seen Antipov really make some dramatic improvements by packing on slabs of new muscle and developing into a perennial threat. And if this upward trend continues, he could easily find himself landing in the first call-out and contending for a top spot and the title. As I always like to say, conditioning wins shows. And it looks like Heather Grace has been doing her homework heading into one of the biggest events on the women's physique calendar. Earlier in the week, Grace released a few update photos, and from the look of things, it appears as though she'll be hitting the stage with her trademark sliced and diced conditioning. Over the last few weeks, we've seen Grace's physique improve by leaps and bounds under the watchful eye of RX Muscle's own guru extraordinaire, Shelby Starnes. And if things hold true to form, no one should be surprised to see Grace wind up in the top 5 call-out in what is certain to be a historic event. There are very few absolute truths in life, and even fewer in bodybuilding. But if there's one truth in the sport that we hold to be self-evident, it's that shows are won and lost from the back. And after a very impressive rookie season that saw him knocking on the door of greatness, Brad Rowe looks to be kicking down the door this offseason. Earlier in the week, Rowe was spotted training in the Mecca, Gold's Gym Venice, trying to build himself a championship caliber back, rep by excruciating rep. Last season, the rookie sensation gave a slew of battle-tested veterans all they could handle at the Europa Phoenix and Ferrigno Legacy Classic. And with another year of training under his belt and Chris Aceto pulling the strings in the nutrition department, Rowe appears to be well on his way to having a super sophomore campaign. And finally, make sure to catch two live original RX Muscle programs today. At 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, Ask Dave airs, and you never know what I'm going to be asked, but you can guarantee I'll answer the question with truth and accuracy. Then at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, don't miss Iron Debate with special guest J.M. Mannion. J.M. and our very own technician Chris Aceto debate the fitness topics of the day. Should the Mr. Olympia be put on its own weekend? Find out what the top minds in the sport have to say about it. tonight live at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, exclusively at rxmuscle.com. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by Iron Mag Labs, the most hardcore bodybuilding supplements on the market. Check out ironmaglabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.